A long wait for home. In a quaint orphanage nestled on the outskirts of a small western town, there lived a young girl named Emily. With her wild chestnut curls and bright blue eyes, she was a beacon of hope and cheer. Yet beneath her sunny exterior lay a heart heavy with longing. Emily had been at the orphanage since she was 5, left there after her parents vanished one stormy night. Each day she gazed out the window, watching the world go by, dreaming of the family she wished would come for her. As seasons changed, Emily's friends began to find families of their own. Lily, her best friend, had been adopted by a loving couple who welcomed her with open arms. Emily celebrated with Lily, but inside she felt a pang of sorrow. Where was her family? Why hadn't anyone chosen her? With each passing month, as the leaves turned from vibrant greens to the crisp oranges and reds of fall, Emily clung to the hope that she would be next. She watched other children pack their belongings, their laughter echoing down the halls of the orphanage. Emily's own belongings were few: a worn-out teddy bear and a few treasured drawings, but they were enough to remind her of her dreams. Winter arrived, and with it, the cold winds howled outside the orphanage. One cold evening, as snowflakes danced from the sky, Emily sat by the fireplace, her heart heavy with unfulfilled wishes. She had heard rumors of families coming to adopt, but week after week, she remained behind, her hope flickering like the dying embers in the fireplace. Then one fateful day, a new family arrived at the orphanage. A mother and father walked through the doors, their faces lit up with warmth and kindness. Emily's heart raced as she watched them greet the children, but when they moved on without noticing her, her heart sank. Emily called the caretaker Mrs. Jenkins, her voice bright and cheerful. "Come here, dear." Emily hesitantly approached the couple, her heart pounding in her chest. "This is Emily," Miss Jenkins introduced her. The couple knelt down to her level, their smiles wide. "Hi there, Emily. We're the Johnsons," the father said gently. "We'd like to get to know you." In that moment, Emily's heart soared. Could this be her chance? She spent the afternoon with the Johnsons, answering their questions and sharing stories about her life in the orphanage. They laughed together, and for the first time in a long while, Emily felt a flicker of hope. But as days turned into weeks, the Johnsons never returned to adopt her. Emily continued to watch as other children were adopted, their excitement palpable. She felt invisible, like a shadow lingering in the background, longing for a moment in the spotlight. The seasons rolled on, and Emily kept herself busy with drawing and daydreaming. She filled her sketchbook with pictures of a family, one with a loving mother, a strong father, and a little brother who adored her. She pinned her drawings on the walls of her small room, each one a testament to her unwavering hope. One rainy afternoon, as she sat in her favorite corner of the orphanage, she heard a familiar voice calling her name. It was Mrs. Jenkins. "Emily, there's someone here to see you." Emily's heart raced as she followed Mrs. Jenkins down the hall. Could this be another family interested in her? She entered the main room and froze. There stood the Johnsons, but this time they weren't alone. A little boy, no older than 5, was with them, holding a teddy bear that looked just like the one she cherished. "Emily," the mother said, kneeling down to her level. "We've come back to see you because we can't stop thinking about you. We'd like to make you a part of our family." Tears filled Emily's eyes as she processed their words. "Really, you want me?" she asked, her voice trembling. The father smiled warmly, his eyes filled with sincerity. "Yes, we do. We want to bring you home." In that moment, a wave of joy washed over Emily. She ran to the Johnsons, her heart finally bursting with the love she had longed for. They embraced her, and in that instant, Emily knew that her wait was over. As they left the orphanage hand in hand, Emily turned to look back one last time. The building that had been her home for so long would always hold a special place in her heart. She had learned resilience, patience, and the power of hope. But now she was ready to embrace her new life filled with laughter, love, and endless possibilities. Driving down the dusty road, Emily looked out the window at the passing scenery. Fields stretched endlessly, and the sun was setting in hues of orange and pink. For the first time in a long time, she felt free. The Johnsons were her family now, and as they sang along to the radio, Emily realized that she had finally found her home. From that day on, she knew that every moment spent waiting had been worth it, leading her to the place where her heart truly belonged.